patience. We'll be starting the third and final act shortly. And for those of you who are just joining us now, our play is set in 1912 England, focusing on the wealthy family of the Birlings. In the middle of an engagement party they're holding for Sheila and her husband Gerald, who's not on stage right now, a mysterious inspector comes who starts interrogating the family about their involvement with this apparent suicide of a girl called Eva Smith. As the inspector keeps interrogating them, it comes out that each of the family members has had something to do with it. Mr. Birling had her fired from one job, Sheila had her fired from another, Gerald had an affair with her and then simply tossed her aside, and Mrs. Birling refused her the most pitiable bit of organized charity she could grant her. Now, as the end of the play draws near, the family begins to realize that the youngest among them, Eric Birling, may have had the most to do with Eva Smith's death. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the third act.
You know, don't you?
Yes, we know.
No, Eric, there must be some mistake. You don't know what we've been saying.
It's a good job for him he does it, isn't it?
Why?
Because Mother's been busy, blaming it all on the young man who got that girl into trouble. Saying he shouldn't escape and should be made an example of.
That's enough, Sheila.
You haven't been making it any easier for me, have you, Mother?
But I didn't know it was you. I never dreamt. Besides, you're not that type. You don't get drunk.
Of course he does. I told you he did.
You told her? Why, you little sneak?
No, Eric, that's not fair. I could have told her months ago, but of course I didn't. I only told her tonight because I knew it was going to come out. It was bound to come out tonight. So I thought she might as well just know in advance. Don't forget, I've been through it already.
Sheila, I simply don't understand your attitude.
Neither do I. If you'd have had any sense of loyalty.
Just a minute, Mrs. Birling. There'll be plenty of time when I've gone for you all to adjust your family relationships. But now I must hear what your son has to tell me. And I'll be obliged if you let us get on without any further interruptions. Now then.
Could I have a drink first?
No.
Yes, I know he's your son and this is your house, but look at him. He needs a drink now just to see him through.
All right, go on. I understand a lot of things now that I didn't understand before.
Oh, don't start on that. I want to get on. When did you first meet this girl?
One night, last November.
Where did you meet her?
At the Palace bar. I'd been there for an hour or so with 2 or 3 chaps. I was a bit squiffy.
What happened then?
We talked a bit, and I stood her a few drinks. I was rather far gone by the time we had to go.
Was she drunk too?
She told me afterwards that she was a bit, chiefly because she hadn't much to eat that day.
So you went with her to her lodgings that night?
Yes. I insisted, it seems. I'm not quite clear about the details, but she told me afterwards she didn't want me to go in. But, well, I was in a state where a chap can easily get nasty, and I threatened to make a row.
So she let you in?
Yes, and that's when it happened. And I didn't even remember. That was the hellish thing. Oh God, how stupid it all is.
Oh, Eric, how could you?
Sheila, take your mother along to the drawing room.
But I want to.
You heard what I said. Go on, Sybil.
When did you meet this girl again?
About a fortnight afterwards.
By appointment?
No. I didn't remember her name or where she lived. I happened to meet her again at the Palace bar.
More drinks?
Yes. But this time I wasn't as bad.
So you took her home again?
Yes. And this time we talked a bit. I told her about myself. Told her my name and what I did.
And you made love again?
Yes. I wasn't in love with her or anything. I liked her. She was pretty and a good sport.
So you had to go to bed with her?
Well, I'm old enough to be married, aren't I? And I'm not married. And I hate those old tarts I see around town with some of your respectable friends.
I don't want any of that talk from you.
I don't want any of it from either of you. Settle it afterwards. Did you arrange to see each other after that again?
Yes. And the next time, or the time after that, she told me that she thought she was going to have a baby. She wasn't quite sure. And then she was.
And of course she was very worried about it.
Yes, and so was I. I was in a hell of a state about it.
Did she suggest that you ought to marry her?
No. She didn't want me to marry her. Said I didn't love her and all that. In a way, she treated me like I was a kid, even though she wasn't much older than I was.
So, what did you propose to do?
Well, she'd no job. And she didn't feel like trying again for one either. And she'd no money left, so I insisted on keeping her going with some money. Until she refused to take any more.
How much did you give her altogether?
I suppose 50 pounds all told.
50 pounds on top of drinking and going around the town. Where did you get 50 pounds from?
That's my question too.
I got it from the office.
My office?
Yes.
You mean you stole the money?
Not really.
What do you mean, not really?
This isn't my fault. I'm sorry, Arthur, but I simply couldn't stay in there. I have to know what's happening.
Well, I can tell you what's happening.